Hey guys, welcome to BXC. This is Gopi, and today we are going to see about Angular testing tools and frameworks. So our agenda today is we are going to see about evolution of testing and what are the tools and frameworks that we are going to use and the introduction about Karma, Jasmine and TestBed. So let's see about evolution of testing. In 1979, they were introduced the concept of testing that is not equal to debugging, and in 1996 XP was introduced. XP is nothing but extreme programming. It's a software development methodology which is intended to improve software quality and responsiveness to changing customer requirements. And after 1998, S Unit was introduced. It's a testing framework for programming language called Smalltalk. Smalltalk is an object-oriented, dynamically typed, reflective programming language. And after 2001, JS Unit was introduced. It's a testing framework for Java programming language. And in 2003, TDD was introduced. TDD is test driven development. It's a software development process that relies on the repetition of very short development cycle. Test driven development, which comes with the process of test first and development next. And in 2006, BDD was introduced. BDD is a behavior driven development. It's a collaborative approach to software development that bridges the communication gap between business and IT. After 2006, Selenium was introduced. Selenium it's a portable framework for testing web application. Actually, Selenium automates browsers. It provides a playback for authoring functional tests without the need to learn a test script language. In 2010, Jasmine was introduced. It aims to run on any JavaScript enabled platform. And Google team come up with the AngularJS application and they were focused on Angular unit testing. Later in 2011, the Angular team come up with test runner called Karma. The main goal for Karma is to bring a productive testing environment to developers. And in 2013, Protractor was introduced. It's end-to-end testing framework for Angular and AngularJS applications. And in 2016, Angular 2 was introduced. They were focusing on Angular unit testing. Let's see about what are the tools and frameworks that we are going to use in our tutorial. Angular 2 relies on Karma for test runner and Jasmine as a test framework, and it has a own test utility called testbed which mimics the ng module. So what is Karma? Karma is a test runner. The main goal for Karma is to bring productive testing environment to developers. The environment being one where they don't have to set up loads of configurations, but rather a place where developers can just write the code and get instant feedback from their tests. So, why we need Karma? The results of tests are displayed on the command line, and also it watches development files for changes and rerun the tests automatically. When using the Angular CLI, it handles the configuration for us by using karma.conf.js. Actually, karma.conf.js file is a partial Karma configuration file in a CLI project. Let's see about what is Jasmine. Jasmine follows behavior-driven development procedure to ensure that each line of JavaScript statement is properly unit tested. It's a framework that we are going to evaluate our test validations. So why we need Jasmine? It does not depend on any other JavaScript framework and it does not require any DOM, and all the syntax used in Jasmine framework is clean and obvious. Jasmine is heavily influenced by RSpec, JSpec and JSpec. So what are the Jasmine's basic blocks? The main thing is called test shoot. It's a collection of individual test specs. It has been described with the function block name called describe. And after that, test spec. It contains one or more test expectations, and it has been defined in the it and the expectation. It describes an expected piece of behavior in the application, and the equal matcher. It does a boolean comparison with the expected value passed in. So if we take a look at the screen, the example of function test, it just returns hi gopi, which we are going to write using Jasmine framework. Here, if you see, it's a describe, it contains describe, it's a test shoot, and it contains it that says hi gopi. It's called test spec, and it has expect, that contains test function. It has the dot to equal, that is a matcher, and it matches the value of string contain hi gopi. So what happens here is the function test that returns hi gopi. Here we are expecting the test function that is to equal, that returns the string of value that is to equal hi gopi. So how the result will look like? So if you run in Angular CLI, it will launch the Chrome using test runner Karma, and it will display the results like this: one spec and zero failures failed. Suppose if you change the function test that returns value hi gopi to hi Kannan, the spec will fail and it will display the results contains failure result. Jasmine has some of setup utilities also. Before all called once before all the specs in described test suite are run, and after all it called once after all the specs in test suite are finished. And before each, this is called before each test specification, it functions has been run. After each, this is called after each test specification has been run. So how it will look like? If you take a look at this describe block, and before each contains, it just assigns the value to expected variable to hi gopi, and it runs the it block that contains says hi gopi, and when it done, and it will take a look and run after each. That means it is emptying the variable of expected. So every time the number of each blocks will run, the before each and after each will run. Suppose if you use before all, it will run once all the eight specifications. After all, will run all the eight specification end. And Jasmine has some inbuilt matches that evaluates our the expected results. If you have array, we are going to evaluate if some array has some number, so we can use expect by passing the array. It's just to contain with some number, so it has some predefined lot of Jasmine matches you can explore in Jasmine website. So let's we move into next topic of what is Angular testbed and the introduction about this one. Angular team provides a utility called testbed. It just mimics the ng module setup. Why we need Angular testbed? It just creates a dynamically constructed Angular test module that emulates an Angular ng module, and it allows us to easily test the change direction, and it allows us to test and use Angular's DAE framework. I mean, dependency injection works. It will configure those things, and it will reduce the pain of configuring works to developers. And also, it allows us to test interaction of directory or component with its template, and it allows us to test user interaction via clicks and input fields. So if you take a look how the testbed look like is, here in describe block we are using before each Jasmine's setup utility. By configuring testbed using configure testing module, it mimics the ng module declarations and providers, so we can create the fixture and component, and further we can use it for testing purpose. So this is just introduction about the tools and frameworks that we are going to use in next chapters. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in next video.